So during every year we have a spring flush, normally from the end of May, beginning of May to the end of June. And I was struggling to maintain a consistent green speed. I've only got a low level of staff and I've only got 2.5 staff here. And I've got to focus on the rest of the golf course as well. So the tractor has actually helped me to reduce the amount of worry I have on the greens, the amount of time consuming tasks I have to do with verticutting and doing other things like that. So this has actually helped me to improve my greens, like putting in less effort and letting the product do what it's supposed to do. Yeah, it has. Yeah, obviously, the use of wetting agents is key for me. I don't have an irrigation system, so I have to water manually. And the use of wetting agents has been instrumental in me keeping coverage on my greens all year round. I am at a elevated golf course. We're always windy up here. It's always sucking moisture out the ground. So using the wetting agents, similar to what we use the tractor, it helps me having less stress and less time putting into the greens. And biggest thing for me is my low staffing. So I only have 2.5 staff to continually put out what I want to each week. We don't have many spare hours, whereas before I worked in bigger teams with more people and been able to achieve more through the week. We don't have bunkers on the golf course for a bunkerless golf course, but even not having that, we've still got to maintain our standards of playing surfaces. Our cutting has to be done each week to produce what we've been producing. So it does have a big impact on that side of things. Yeah, obviously our greens are our first port of call every day. We have to make sure the greens are right, fit for play on that day and as good as they can be. And then we move on to the areas as tees and our fairways and our rough just get left as they are naturally. We don't feed them, we don't put any inputs into them at all. Yes, we do burn off, but that's just the natural golf that we want to encourage up here. It's stood the test of time so far for 120 years and will continue to be that way. So then we just concentrate as much as we can do on the greens and our tees and just try and keep our cutting regimes when they need it. If we are in the middle of a drought as we are now, we tend to leave the fairways alone for a week and just let them gradually go as they are. There's no attempt to water fairways up here because we haven't got the amount of water. I only have one irrigation pond and that's solely for my greens. I have to ration what I use on the greens as it is. I haven't got enough water to do anything else, so that's our main focus every day, is keeping the greens as good as we can do. I just have to say that this is all the resource I've got and I have to use them where they're needed the most. And obviously, the fairways and the approaches are very, very important, but still the majority of golf's played on a green anyway. Everyone takes an average of 2 putts rather than one shot in the fairway, so this is priority and that's where the water has to go. It's very good with this membership, to be honest. They're very understanding, they're very appreciative of what we do. They know it's tough up here, they know it can be bruised from the wind and the amount of work we have to do as a small team. They're all fully behind what we do and it is really good up here. It does, because I'm not having to justify what I'm doing. I don't have to justify my time. They know I'm always putting 110%, the rest of my team do, to make it as good as it can be. And if we don't get around some weeks of doing all we need to do, they understand that we've only got a small team and we're putting our efforts where they need to be. Yeah, so a normal winter day will be one of us will go around and do the greens, whether it's brushing or cutting or maintaining the surface, but the other one will be on a project on their own for quite a few hours of the day. And we normally get to work together probably in the afternoons, depending on what we've got on and what's important at the time, really. It's saved me a lot of manpower, let's put it that way, each month. Once I put the tractor down for at least the first 18 days, sometimes to 20 days, I know I've got a consistent growth pattern and consistent clip rates coming off the greens, and I'm getting that consistent speed that the members crave. The members want the greens at 9 on the stim meter every day up here, which doesn't sound like a lot in modern day standards, but on our slopes, as you can see, it can be quite tricky up here. So we try and maintain a 9 every day for play, and it's just allowing me to do that with ease, and I can concentrate my efforts on other areas.